What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. Live 510, and let me say one thing first. Yankee fans, whoo, you guys love your team. That's awesome, but you guys need to take those blinders off, my friends, and realize what the big picture is. And I will say this, and I will say this once, okay? You guys are the most dedicated. You guys love your team the most out of any fan base besides maybe Boston and St. Louis for some reason, because I've been there before in Pittsburgh this year. You guys ride and die with your team, and that's amazing to see. No matter what they do, you guys are always like, you know what, this is a great move. This is a great move. We believe in our team, which is awesome. You know, so that's real cool. But I want to add on to that when you have a lineup full of puzzles, full of pieces of puzzles, and I say that I mean players that were never really the centerpiece of an offense, it's going to be hard for you to win. Winning teams have centerpieces to offenses. You see it all over the place. Okay, you can't give me a team that did not have a centerpiece to an offense that had won a huge title, the biggest of them all, the World Series. If you can, leave a comment down below. But even like, you know, with the Florida Marlins, there's that Luis Gonzalez. Okay, I know you guys are thinking that. You guys could throw in the St. Louis Cardinals as a team, but even they had their stars. You know, so I feel like you guys kind of are in the mentality of, hey, you know what, let's just get the best person out there when that may not be the best option. But the fact that they are going out there and they are getting somebody instead of growing their talent totally destroys that they're not trying to be relevant thing, because if they weren't, then they would actually have a rebuilding year, which, as you guys know, as Yankee fans, you guys have never had. So that's that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But like I said, you guys are awesome fans. You guys love your teams. Congratulations. And hey, you know what, if the Yankees do well this year, then I'll freaking eat a foot or whatever, because then I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which I may not know anything about either. So, but that's my opinion. And hey, you know what, keep on writing those comments, because that gets me fired up, that gets you fired up, and we always love that heated conversation, that argumentative style. That's what baseball fans love, right? And that's why we're here. Alright, but let's talk about the stuff that's going on recently. But first, before I talk about the retirement of Roy Halladay, and I talk about the Mark Trumbo trade to the Arizona Diamondbacks, before I talk about those, I want to quickly talk about Robinson Cano, because I didn't really get to talk about him that much in the other video. Robinson Cano, 10 years going to Seattle. That's awesome. Congratulations, Seattle Mariner fans. You guys are probably ecstatic right now. You guys were sitting at home in your freaking rainy houses, because you know how much it rains there, eating your, what do you guys eat over there? I don't know, freaking tuna sandwiches or something, driving your Priuses and Honda Civics and stuff. That's so bad. But anyway, sorry about that. So you guys are probably sitting there and you guys are like, man, our team is going to suck again with these young talent that people keep on saying, hey, you know what? They're going to get good one year, but they just keep on being ass every single year. And then finally, you guys hear that Robinson Cano agreed to 10 years. You guys must have been ecstatic. So congratulations, you guys. I can understand the excitement that you guys have right now, because I had that same excitement. Not really relatively as big as you guys, because you guys actually signed him. But the most recent time was when it was Matt Holliday who signed with us a couple years back. I was going ecstatic. I was like, what? This is totally new stuff. We've never done this before. So, congratulations. I like the trade. Maybe I won't like it around year 8, but like I said in my Yankee video, which is annotated throughout this whole video, and you guys can click that to see what all fuss is about. He is a legitimate star of a team that you can build around. Plus, he may help bring people into Seattle. May help people want to sign there, like a Sinsu Chu, for example. Or if they are able to bring in a David Price may sign an extension with them. Because could you imagine David Price and Felix Hernandez? That would be a deadly combination. So that's a possibility as well, now if they have the budget for it. So that's pretty cool. And one thing that I also want to say about that is that Seattle has never had a legitimate star. since Griffey. And you can debate me on this all you want. You can write a ton of comments down below. I don't care, but that's facts, okay? That's complete facts. And you guys can say that Ichiro Suzuki was a star. Yes, he was, but he never helped that team win. He was always a leadoff guy, kind of like Jacoby Ellsbury, but he was that leadoff guy, and he had great stats. Okay, he's an awesome player. Well, he's kind of declining now, so I guess he was an awesome player. He was amazing to watch. His arm was like a bullet cannon. It was awesome. But he never was able to help that team get over the hump. Now I feel like you guys have somebody who can help you get over that hump, and he will help bring in new talent. So it's an exciting time to be a Seattle Mariners fan. Unfortunately, if I must be real with you guys, Seattle Mariners fans, you guys will not win anything because we're going for a 3P, baby. Oakland A's AL West champs 2014. I can't wait. All right, but that's it. Talking about Cano. Let's move on. All right, so next topic I want to talk about is Roy Halladay retiring. God, what an amazing pitcher this guy was. I unfortunately never got a chance to watch him live, but I did watch him consistently throughout his career on television on, what is that called? On my computer, whatever that is thing. Like it's MLB League Pass, no, it's MLB something or other. MLB TV, there it is. I watch him on MLB TV all the time. There's a distinct moment that I remember, and it's so distinct in my mind because it was the first time that I ever stopped what I was doing and like booked it to a television. And this was back in the days when the no-hitters were rare and shutouts were like occasional, and complete games were kind of like, oh wow, congratulations, you got a complete game. Not like now where it's like, oh, another complete game, you know. I was in the cafeteria with some friends, and one of my baseball fans sent me a text, and he was like, yo man, Roy Halladay has a perfect game going. And I'm like, what? No. He's like, yeah, dude, get your ass over here. So I booked it to my room, and we turned on television, and we actually watched the perfect game. It was on ESPN or something. They like had like bonus footage or something like that. If you guys were alive for that, that was freaking awesome. So he was an amazing pitcher. He was an amazing pitcher, and obviously the stats don't say anything. And there's this great article, and I'm going to link it down below, as well as his retirement speech, all down below, if I can find that clip, so you guys can check that out. But there's this amazing article that distinctly describes why he's a Hall of Famer, even though his stats don't reflect it. Basically, it really says exactly what I'm trying to say here.
There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground.
It's a different. There are different ways to get into the Hall of Fame in baseball. You could either be an amazing talent, the beast of an era to get into the Hall of Fame in baseball, or you can be a great ambassador to the game. There are all these different ways to be a great baseball player in baseball. It's not just about stats. Now, obviously, you know, the people could argue that Roy Halladay had a lot of his years kind of tainted. I wouldn't really say tainted, that's a bad word, because it makes it sound like he did something wrong. But they were overshadowed by the Clemenses, by the Pedro Martinezes of the world, by the big units of the world, that he didn't really get his due during those years. And when he finally did get his years, he showed why he is so dominant. For that reason, you know, obviously he may not have as many awards as he probably should, but the fact that he was such a stand-up guy to every single fan, to every single media outlet, which a lot of people aren't, and he never really got in trouble. You know, he never got in trouble. He was always a guy that people loved having around the clubhouse. So I think that is another aspect that people who are voting people into the Hall of Fame will have to take into account. So I hope he does get into the Hall of Fame because he's a great player, and I always enjoy watching him on television. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch him, like I said, live, and that kind of irks me a little bit, and it kind of kicks me in the butt and says, hey, you know what, Levin, maybe you should go to more baseball games. You can see players before they retire. You know, luckily I was actually able to get to see Mario Rivera before he retired, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I have to get out there more. All right, but that article will be down below, like I said. All right, so as this game wraps up, I want to quickly talk about Mark Trumbo going to the Diamondbacks. That was an awesome trade by the Diamondbacks. The only downside that I can see from that is the fact that his average has never really been that good. He's more been like an Adam Dunn type player with a little bit higher average, but not that much. I hope that he can bring that average up because Diamondbacks, if you look at their lineup, they need somebody who can help string hits together. And I hope that he can do that. But at the end of the day, maybe that's not what they're relying on him on. Maybe they're just hoping that he can smash bombs from that number 4 spot. You know, but it's going to be nice to see him and Goldschmidt kind of be the two bombers. That'll be kind of cool for Arizona Diamondback fans. All right, that's it. Leave comments down below. I'm Mlb 2K13, and yeah, that's it. I'm out.